Bop, bop. Fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up. What up, family? Welcome, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I appreciate y'all for joining me. You know, this seems like it's going down every night now, don't it? You know, we bring in influential people on, people with knowledge on. And tonight, I'm particularly excited because this is someone that I've been speaking to behind the background. This is someone that I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like this is going to be a phenomenal show. I have Dr. Michelle Knight on with us today, and I'm excited about this. How you doing, Doctor?
I'm doing great. So excited to be here. How are you, Bobby?
I am doing excellent. I'm doing excellent. I am so glad to have you on. For those who don't know you, they will tonight, and they will get an understanding of what we got going on. So we gonna get straight into it. I want to get the people the knowledge. I want to get the people to understand who you are, so they can know exactly what we got going on and what we about to get into. So, if you want to, the floor is yours to give the people a little bit of information about your background and exactly who you are.
Thank you so much. What an honor to be here. I so appreciate what you're doing in the world, how you have been helping and inspiring people to make changes in their life and really saving their lives with your Fruit Up movement. I saw you online and I thought, oh my goodness, this is right up my alley. This is a huge thing that I value. And somebody's out here talking about God's food and how it helps to save lives and change lives. I just wanted to be part of the movement and didn't know we would end up forging this relationship and conversations and to be here with you. So God moves in amazing ways, and I'm just
Thank you,
grateful to be here.
thank you very much, Doctor. I appreciate that. That
You're
means a lot.
Yes. So,
Yes,
my background, I am originally from the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago. So, if you think you're hearing an accent, you're correct. I have lived in the United States for a very, very long time. But, roots run deep. And that's why fruits are so important as well, because they rely on good roots and good soil, right, to grow.
facts.
And so I came to the United States for college. And once I was here, I ended up making the US my second home. I actually came to New York. So imagine leaving my small islands of Trinidad and Tobago and coming into the concrete jungle of New York. Talk
Mm.
about culture shock, right? That was amazing.
Yes.
Um, but the saying, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. That's really true.
Mm.
So I had to navigate the whole system and navigate what was available in these great United States, so that I can get an education, a higher level education, and see how I can move through life for what I was called to do. I was
Mm.
in that age and stage of trying to figure out my purpose. Why am I here? What's required of me? And it's been quite a journey to now arrive to where I'm very clear with great certainty about what's important to me, what's my value system, and how I show up in the world and serve others. So I'm
Mm.
here this evening as a
Mm.
servant leader. I'm here to really serve God's people, and his children are who he created. They are his. I have nothing to do with that. I am just here trying my best to be obedient, and I fail and I get up and go again, and that's all he requires of us. It's
Mm.
obedience and persistence, and to not be afraid to fail,
Indeed.
as I was sharing with you earlier, to get up and exercise that get up muscle. It's in the resilience. It's in saying, I know that no matter what obstacle come my way, no matter what hurdles I encounter, I'll get up, because my creator is going to give me everything I need, whether it's the food source or the air or the encouragement or the support systems around. If I hold on to that belief and know that no matter how challenging life gets, that I can get up again. And I have the bruises to prove that I tried. I tried something, rather than sit on the sidelines in not exercising any courage and staying where it's safe. Instead, I'm gonna get into this life that we have
Mm.
to live, which requires us to face some fears, to face some unknowns. And then that's when we know that we can really bring everything that's inside of us to face the giants and keep going.
Mm. Wow. Well, what an opening, right? And I can appreciate your kind words towards myself, and and appreciate exactly where you coming from. I appreciate your service, and let's talk about your service. Let's talk about exactly what your knowledge is, and what do you serve to the community.
Sure, thank you. So
Uh-huh.
I have a PhD degree in human development and family studies. So I have served in the area of family and in understanding the development, human development, child development, adult development, just different stages of our development. And I left the world of academia as a university professor. I wanted to serve without boundaries, without walls, without an institution, to just be free, to come and serve on a global level. And God has opened up ways for me to do that, like right now with you here. And one of the things that I enjoy doing in my service is telling people about our 10 life value system, because the 10 life values really help us to bring our life into focus. And in that focus, we can see the areas we're doing well in and the other areas that need some support. Now,
Mm.
the 10 life values is a system that was created by Dr. Holman. And we'll talk more about some of the things he's created later on.
Mm-hmm.
But he was looking for value. He didn't feel like he had value or he was valued. He looked around his environment of Harlem where he grew up and saw that people weren't being valued. And so he looked to understand a value system. And he believed the creator gave him these 10 life values. So they are in a hierarchy, and they are spiritual, health, family, appearance, dwelling, mobility, education, profession, leisure, and wealth. Those are the 10 life values of everybody's life.
Mm.
And so spiritual is first because it's all about your connection to God and mankind. It's all about understanding love. And sometimes we think we understand love, but it's easy to love the lovable. It's easy to love ourselves when we're feeling good about ourselves. But when we've made a mistake, when we've done something horrible, when we have gotten to a place when we look at ourselves and we are unrecognizable, when we look at our children or our partners, our spouse, or our family members, and they have done us wrong, or we are in a situation where the person we're dealing with is ugly, just ugly to us in their
Mm.
ways, and everything we see about them is unlovable. Can we love the person who is unlovable, who is ugly to us?
Mm.
That's unconditional love. That's a personal examination that we each do for ourselves to determine where we are in that journey of unconditional love. Or is our love conditional? Is our love conditional on you being nice to me, you being loving to me? Yes, we need to be kind to one another, Randy.
Yes.
Are there conditions so that if you love me, I'll love you back. If you do for me, I like that. I'll love you. If you benefit me, I'll love you. Or can we really exhibit the pure understanding, the purity of what love is all about? Right, Terry, exactly.
Mhm.
So spiritual value deals a lot with that. Then health. Health is another area that I serve in a very big way. And so I teach a lot about how we can improve our health,
Mhm.
why making healthy choices is important. It's important because when the statistics tell us that we're not going to live as long as everybody else, and if we do live long, the quality of our life is going to be very poor. We
Mhm.
can say no, no, we have knowledge, we have information. And having knowledge and information is not where the power lies alone. It's in the applied knowledge. It's in using
Mm.
that information. It's living it out every day. It's
Facts.
knowing that we can make better choices with fruit and actually doing it,
Mm.
going through the tough early days when the body is going through the healing crisis, when we're feeling like we're hungry all the time and we're not getting enough sustenance, and other people are whispering to us saying you can't live off of fruit, you can't live off of just that, you can't do this and you can't do that, you have to do it our way, the way we've always done it. And then the
Mm.
enemy within tells you, you know what? Who do I think I am? I can't do that. I heard this guy talk about this. I heard that Bobby Smith say that this helped him and we should do this. But who am I? I'm not strong. I'm not perfect. I'm not, I don't have what he has. I don't have the support. I don't have the drive. I can't go buy fruit. It's expensive. I can't use
Mm.
herbs. I don't know anything about herbs. And the enemy within starts to battle us and win. Combined with the enemy in our environment, we're losing this battle unless we stand on our beliefs and our values and we
Mm.
say, look, I don't know how, but I know this. I know this makes sense. I know this is helping Bobby and other people in the community, and Dr. Michelle and lots of other people know something I'm now learning, and I'm going to do it. I'm just going to apply it. We are in the implementation phase of our lives, people. We
Mm.
People think we're in the information age because there's information all around us. That's true.
Facts.
Anything you want to find out, you can look it up on YouTube, you can Google it, you can get information. But
Mhm.
can you apply that information in your life? Can you live it out? Can you make the words come alive in your life? It's like when you read the Bible and it says, I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Okay, that sounds good. But not until it happens, not until you experience it. You're like, this is what that means. This
Yeah.
is when you understand it at the cellular level. You embody that information and you start to live it. That's when
Mm.
it makes a difference.
Indeed. Indeed. And you know, the I love what you said right there. People think, and you that's all you hear all day long. We're in the age of information. We're in the age of information. It's tons of information out here.
Yes.
People still dying, people still sick, people still not getting it, and
Yes.
people still not implementing. I love that. The age of implementation. That is so, so beautiful. And you know why? Because that's what I do.
Yeah.
I get up and I do, and I tell my clients all the time. I could tell you 1,000 times what to do, but if you don't get up and do it, the information don't mean nothing. So,
Exactly.
with that being said, let's talk about what you said, fruits. How important fruits are. Fruits, food, and herbs. I know that you are specializing in herbal combinations and connections and things like that. Let's talk about the importance of fruits and herbs. Let's
Yes.
get into it.
Let's do that. And let's keep in mind that whole idea, that concept of we're in the implementation age and stage of our lives, because I'm going to come back to that as we
Mm,
talk about the choices we make. And speaking about choices, let me just say this before we get into the fruits
okay.
and herbs. Thanks, Mike. Iron. Yes, that's exactly what we need to move through 2024 with, that
Facts.
age of implementation. So when we think about the decisions we make, every single decision we make come from our value system, whether
Mm,
we realize it or not. If my value system says your body is important, your health is important, you are what you eat, what you put into your body determines if you're going to have a good quality of life or not. Then that belief, that value system is going to drive my decisions. Now, does that mean we won't make a mistake? No, it doesn't mean that. But it means that even when we make a mistake or we fall below the standard we're trying to attain, we recorrect, we course correct, we get back on track, right?
yes.
So if I make a decision, whether it's good or bad or indifferent, it all points to the value system that I have. I
Mm,
can determine where I am in my value system and what kind of value system you have based on the decisions you're making for your life and those around you. Okay.
mm,
The other thing about the value system is, from our values, whether you adopt a system like the 10 life values, which, by the way, the first 5 of those values
hmm,
really speak to who we are internally: spiritual health, family, appearance, dwelling. That's who we are as a human being internally. The other 5 represent who we are externally, what the world sees, our mobility, how we move about, our education and profession and wealth and all of that. Sometimes we think the person who's very visible, they have made it, they're successful, but not necessarily so. That
facts.
person might still be struggling with their health or with their spiritual value. But let's hold on to this next thought, which is, from our value system, our values shape our vision.
Mm,
The vision we have for ourselves in our life come from our values. And
mm,
so, as the good book says, without value, without vision, the people perish.
yeah.
So we need to have a clear understanding of how we create our vision, and what is it built on. And when we have a vision for good health, when we have a vision to override some generational curses in our life and our health, when we have that vision that we can do better than the previous generation and we can prepare the next generation to do even better, with choices that they're making, particularly around their health,
Mm,
we have to look back at what are we telling them? What are we teaching them about the values? And values really mean what's important to them, because what's important to you is what you're going to focus on. It's where your energy would go, right?
mm,
So when we think about health and we think about fruits, let's understand that each of these have their own purpose and function. So, fruits, what do fruits do? Fruits cleanse, they rejuvenate, they rehabilitate, they resurrect, and revitalize the cells in the body,
mm,
and ultimately the overall body. That's what fruits are doing. Fruits are alive, and they're given these amazing benefits. It's providing the nutrients and the minerals and vitamins that I talked about earlier as well. Now, again, when we think about the various functions of fruits, vegetables, and herbs, vegetables maintain the body. So you know how people
mm,
say make sure you have enough fruits and vegetables,
mm-hmm.
but why and what are they doing? So
Right.
vegetables are going to maintain the body. What is it maintaining? It could maintain good or bad. It's maintaining where you are, right?
Mm,
So it's important to get your body to a good place and maintain it there. So that's why fruits are first and foremost important.
wow. Wait, wait,
Right?
wait, 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 wait. Hey, if y'all not sharing this live, y'all not doing us any justice, y'all. Please share the doctor. Please, please, please. This is powerful, powerful information, and it's very much needed. Please share this live. I've never heard that put that way, Doc. Like I've never heard that put that way. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Please go
No,
ahead.
please, it's a dialogue. So,
Yes,
so
yes.
anytime. Now, it's really important, because sometimes people will just eat vegetables. I have my big salad, and on top of that big salad, I'm going to put all the things I like, whether it's good for me or not, because I'm going to tell myself I'm good with a salad.
Mm,
Vegetables are important. Your salad is important, but understand that it is there to support and maintain the body. But if we want to get our bodies to a better place, understand again what helps us to rejuvenate and revitalize, and that would be the fruits and to cleanse. Now let's talk about herbs.
let's
What do
talk about
herbs
them.
do? And as you know, I have an herbal solution for men and now for women. But let's look at what herbs do. Herbs purge. I'm from the Caribbean, and I understand that a lot of people in the South are like those in the Caribbean. They'll tell you in a heartbeat, if you want to get a purge, if you want to cleanse, go get some herbs, right? We find all the herbs that we have in the backyard or that we go find in the health food store, and we boil them. And when I was a young girl growing up, would use the herbs for our bath, rub them on our skin, and well, that's those same herbs our grandparents would make a drink, and we would drink them and keep well and or get better. And it's just really incredible that we didn't even really know fully what all these herbs did, but we knew to use them. And the herbs, in addition to, if you want to cleanse, if you feel sluggish and, just really want to do a purge, you reach for some herbs and it will
Mm,
do that. But here's the other thing that herbs do: they heal. They heal, they detox the body. So herbs provide a medicinal effect.
mm,
Herbs were created for the healing of the body. So when you and I spoke and you talked about starting to combine fruits with herbs, I was so excited because they complement each other. They have two very important functions and purposes in our bodies. But
mm-hmm,
unless we know and unless we implement, we're leaving all that goodness on the trees, on the plants, someplace else, rather than putting them in our bodies. Okay.
mm,
So if we think about the biochemistry of the body, how the body's made up, the human body is made up of about 150 trillion cells. That's with a T. and about 330 billion cells are replaced daily. And that's
Wait,
about,
wait. Say that again.
yeah,
330 billion
billion
cells.
cells are replaced daily. So that's only about the equivalent of 1% of all our cells. So in about 80 to 100 days, 30 trillion cells will be replenished. And that's almost like a new human body. But there are some things that help us to get there efficiently and get there more quickly. Fasting is one of those things.
Mm,
It speeds up, it 10x's our body's ability to get rid of the damaged cells. Because we're not loading the body with more work, with the foods and the processed foods and all the work we give our bodies, right?
mm,
So we're not getting into fasting tonight, but there are different interpretations of fasting. It really is giving the body a break. It really
mhm,
is, right? And
mhm,
so when we fast and when we give our bodies enough fluid, enough water, it helps with the replenishing of these cells that I'm talking to you about.
mhm,
And so the damaged cells, the broken cells, the diseased cells get an opportunity to heal. And so herbs are central, are critical in the healing, purging, detoxing process. So
mm,
when we talk about medicine, herbs should come up in your mind because they have that medicinal effect. And here's the beautiful part of that medicinal effect. That effect really serve to prepare the body to receive the nutrients I talked about earlier, the 91 nutrients. And that's such a precise number. It's not around 91, it's not nearly 91, it's not 90, it's not 93, it's 91 nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids. Herbs help the body prepare to receive and absorb these nutrients.
mm,
That's why herbs are referred to as a superfood. Sometimes there are things you take, but it's not doing you any good. That's because the body isn't prepared to absorb it, can't use it, can't utilize it. It's okay. So if you're taking vitamin C, for instance,
mhm,
and we think, okay, we're gonna get strong and healthy and build our bodies up to fight off all these flus and COVID and diseases and different things around. So we go to the pharmacy, we go to the supermarket, wherever we go, and get the bottle that says vitamin C without realizing it's got a bunch of fillers. It's not in its natural state. It's not what can be bioavailable. It's not what can be absorbed into the body.
mm,
So we get all of this stuff and we're taking all these things. And let's just say, even if we got the correct supplements, and we use them, the body can only absorb what it's prepared to absorb, and then it only utilizes a certain amount. So if you give it more than it needs, you're just making expensive urine because it's going straight through your body and it's not being absorbed in the cells where
mm.
we need it.
Wow.
We are wonderfully made, and our bodies try to compensate for all the crazy things we do to it. And it does a good job because we this thing called homeostasis is a balance of the body. It's where the body functions best. So if we are excited, we're not going to stay in that excited state forever. If we're going to go up and down, and we're kind of come back to balance, to where we function optimally. And
Mm,
that point of homeostasis can shift according to our level of illness or wellness, because the body is going to try to find a settling point, a point of functioning well within its homeostasis. So
Mm.
homeostasis is not a static thing. It can move as we improve, as we get better, as our health improves, we shift that point of homeostasis. And now we're functioning optimally. So these herbs that we have at A Game Herbal, which you had up a while ago,
Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna get that right back up.
thank you. It helps people to shift their homeostasis, to improve the level of their cellular function. So there are people who use A game and it helps their blood pressure to come down. And they're like, wow, I'm functioning so much better. But I didn't realize that I wasn't functioning optimally when my pressure was really high. Why? Because the body is going to try its best to keep us going, to keep us alive. And so your pressure is sky high, almost at stroke levels, but somehow we're walking around, we're still functioning, but not where we should be. So
Mm,
now when you take something like our product, which is called A Game with 21 herbs in it, and it
mm,
helps your pressure to come down, it helps your cardiovascular function to increase. But more than that, the most important thing it's doing is increasing proper blood flow. So it is nourishing all those trillions of cells I just talked about. It is getting to the cellular level and helping to replace the damaged cells, helping to heal. And A game is formulated in such a way that it's a great combination of herbs and fruit. They're parts that are fruit that we have in this formulation, which actually brings me to another point, that there are some things that we use that we don't realize are fruits. So for instance, tomatoes are a fruit.
mm-hmm,
It's from a vine. Cucumbers, there are things that we can utilize for the benefit of our overall health that we don't fully understand, and that's okay. We'll continue in these conversations. So we're not here to overload anyone. This is not an information dump. This is implementation, right? And
facts.
so we give you bite-sized pieces. We give you enough to get inspired, to get motivated, to get excited about this new bit of information that can change your life, and then you go do it.
Mm, mm. And let's talk about this. Let that Doc, you know what? The way that you explain things makes it easier for me to understand what's going on. Like when you say like people who are on all fruit diets and they eating raw diets and they eating well, but they still not feeling well, they still sick. That's because they're not absorbing. You got to take care of the problem first and then absorb the nutrients. And that's what herbs and that's what these herbs are doing for us. That's
Yes.
the importance of them. Before we go on and talk about our joint venture and what we got going on, can you talk about what you were telling me, like the intelligence of herbs? Like what do herb? How and why do herbs know what they're doing when they go inside the body?
Okay, so herbs are like this amazing gift given to us. So they come into the body and they're just like servants, right? They're like
Mm-hmm.
us, servant leaders. And they get in the body and they're like, what can I do for you today? Where can I serve you today? What needs healing? What needs purging? Where can I support your health and wellness, your well-being? And that's what herbs do. There are various mechanisms through which they do this. Sometimes we don't really need to know all of the how, because we're still figuring out some of the how. But what we know is what it does, right? It goes in
Mm,
because once you give your body the opportunity to receive these nutrients and these benefits, then it will find the deficit areas in your body and it will go there for the healing, for the purging and the healing. So for instance, with the product that we have, A Game, which was primarily created for men, initially for Black men, because there's a lot on the market that the special unique needs that Black men have weren't being addressed, and you have to kind of use whatever is made for everybody else. Now, A game, hear me clearly on this. It serves all men, all
Facts.
people. But
Facts.
it's just nice to know that there was something created in mind for a community of people who need the extra support with their health, with our health, because the statistics and the community, the world at large, would like to say that this is just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is just, what you're prone to experience. This is just in your genetics. Well, it's not. Genetics and environment are two important pieces of the conversation. And so just because diabetes might be in my family, and as a people, we might be more prone to diabetes, doesn't mean that it is a guarantee. It doesn't mean that it has to happen to me or to you or to anybody. Lifestyle determines, in many instances, the outcome. So we can override some of those genetic propensities by the choices we make. And remember, I said every decision, every choice, every time we choose to do something, it links back to our value system,
Indeed.
right?
Indeed.
So that is how we can override these curses, these diseases that we think we don't have any autonomy over. So when we look at herbs specifically and the power of herbs, we understand that we can utilize the knowledge and information we have to create a formula. And actually, Dr. Holman is the creator of the A game formula, which
Let,
started out for men.
let's talk a little bit about Dr. Harmon and what was his motivation behind creating this and exactly what was it for?
Absolutely. So he's steeped in the study of herbs and natural solutions. He learned from some of the greats. He studied the work of Imhotep. He
Mm,
looked at the work of the late Dr. Africa. He's done a lot with understanding how to put these herbs together synergistically in a proprietary formula that produce specific results.
mm,
But even with those specific results, we know that these herbs will do their own thing as well. And by that, I mean, A game, for instance, is specifically formulated to increase proper blood flow, to increase vitality, energy, strength, and libido. So let me talk about the proper blood flow for a minute. His intent to make sure that A game helped with proper blood flow was because he knew the understanding of the cellular level, the trillions of cells we have that need to either be discarded, nourished, strengthened, replaced. And so when we don't have proper blood flow, we're not getting enough oxygenation to ourselves and enough nutrients to ourselves. There
mm,
isn't enough support there. And so we might start feeling some tingling in our feet. We might start having brain fog, not remembering things, just feeling sluggish. That's a blood flow issue,
mm.
in addition to some other issues, but we don't realize the importance of proper blood flow. So he wanted to make sure, first and foremost, that we were preparing the body through these herbs to receive and absorb the nutrients, to be able to strengthen, to support, and really to nourish the cells of the body. Okay.
Okay.
So, one of the key things he wanted to make sure happened was that A game provided overall health and wellness, overall health and wellness. And then it gave some key benefits like vitality, increased vitality. What's that? Vitality is what I was talking earlier about improving your blood pressure, increasing your health by getting rid of the challenges of diabetes. So there are a lot of people who use A game and see their A1C levels improve
Mm,
over time when they use the A game formula, the A game herbs. So it's one product with 21 herbs in it. So it's one capsule you take and it lasts 3 days in the body. Now, when we continue to think about vitality, it has everything to do with the quality of life. So whether it's cholesterol, whether it's cardiovascular, even joints and bones and so on, all of these parts of your body will be nourished and improved.
mm.
And we make no medical claims, but we
Fact.
know what the herbs are created to do, and we know what the special formula helps the body to do. Okay.
Mm,
So there was a gentleman I know still. He's a pharmacist. His business is pharmacology. He has numerous pharmacies, and he wasn't really getting the help he needed with his diabetes. His A1C level just wasn't improving, no matter what he took. And then when he took A game, he was blown away by the numbers of his lab work. He went to his doctor, and his doctor said, "Well, what are you doing? I need to know what you're doing." And he said, "The only thing I have done differently is take this herbal supplement." We don't even like to call it a supplement, we call it a herbal solution because
fact.
it's providing a solution to problems.
Mm-hmm.
And he said to me, he said, "I will put my entire pharmacy career on the line for this product because what it's done for me and given me my life back."
Wow.
Amazing, right? So
Yes.
there's the vitality piece. Then there's the energy. You have this burst of energy naturally. You don't have the crash and burn. You don't have the highs and lows. It's just a natural revitalizing of your cells. Is really what it is. Nadine, no, you don't. You don't take herbs with meds. Now,
No.
if you need to take medication, you take it at a different time
Yes.
from the
Yes.
herbs, right?
Mm,
But good question. In fact, we suggest that you take A game on an empty stomach so that you allow for greatest absorption. You're not competing with other foods. And medication, like I said, should always be taken at a different time. So if you took A game first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, then you can take whatever else you need to take later on. And again, you only take this once every 72 hours, every 3 days. So you have the opportunity to, work in your other essentials. Excuse me. And now we have A game for women. And so women can benefit from these herbs as well.
okay. That's nice. That's nice. So let's talk about what we got going on here. So you and I have decided to collaborate and join forces, and to basically what I'm gonna do, since I'm Mr. Fruit Up, what we do is I'm a fruit eater. And I've experienced like some things that I've been trying to take care of, with especially with energy and vitality and things like you just mentioned. But I'm going to join forces with you, and we're going to team up, and I'm going to start taking these supplements.
I love it.
The
I love
21 herbs that's inside the supplement, and we're going to basically run a trial area and see how these things work. And I've already actually taken a sample of these things, and got to experience them for just the what was it, the 3 day.
it. Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And I love just the immediate impact that they had. So I reached out back out to you and told you that I wanted to do something long term. So can you explain like what we got going on together to the people?
Absolutely. I'm so
Thank you.
excited about this partnership because you walk the talk. You're
Fact.
living it. You are mentoring, encouraging, working with your clients, working with people to help them implement right now and change their lives
Mhm.
using fruit. And so this is like the perfect coming together partnership of health because with my herbal component, with our herbal component at agameherbal.com. Now, you using the herbs, you're going to give us updates here often
Yes.
over the
Yes.
next month, and
Yes.
we'll follow very closely your journey. And then, as an ambassador of health for with A Game Herbal, as an affiliate with us, you'll be able to spread the good news. And here's the thing: we can be servant leaders, we can be educators and train and inform people and benefit, create win-win for with each
Yes.
other. And so
Yes.
that's what we're looking to do together as we go out on this mission to help people understand the powerful combination of fruits and herbs.
It's a beautiful combination. It's a beautiful combination. I'm super excited. The reason why I'm excited because I know from the just the research that I've done, and this is something that I'm excited because it's going to work. It's
Yes.
going to work, and then we're going to help a lot of people with this product. One of the viewers had a question. Shalonda Cherry said, "Can kids take this product?"
So that's a really good question.
Mhm.
We haven't created a formula for children yet. So this is for adults 18 and over, and 21 and over, really, because there's a libido benefit here as well.
Mhm.
And when we do, like, we had the men's product for a very long time, and we just introduced the women's product, and there is conversation about having something for children. So stay tuned. You never know what will come.
Definitely,
And
definitely.
for the libido, I just want to mention libido is your sex drive. As
Mhm.
we age, men and women, the we can see changes in our hormonal level. For men, it's the testosterone, and with the foods and the stress and the lifestyle and the medication, it appears that testosterone levels are declining earlier and earlier and earlier,
Yes,
which
yes,
affect secondary sexual characteristics, which affect sex drive, which affect just your overall sense of desire and libido. So AIM naturally, as a natural solution, helps to stimulate libido. I'll give you an example of a gentleman I worked with, an attorney in his late 40s. He had a very extreme case of diabetes, and his physician reached out to me and said, I think I would like you to talk with my patient about what you have, your natural solution. I said, absolutely. So I talked with him. He was using, uh, he was receiving penile injections
mm,
because nothing on the market was helping him. He had his family, his children, and so on, but he wanted to be whole and well and wanted his manhood to be intact as well. And when he looked for solutions on the marketplace, I won't name them, but they didn't work. And when even if they worked a little, they destroyed his kidney, his liver, his other organs were affected. And so he said, I want to try this because my next option is a penile implant. And I know how painful those are. I know the healing time after surgery is extremely difficult and long, and it may not even really work like it's supposed to. So I want to take the natural route, and I'm willing to do anything it takes with this to give my body the best chance with it. So I explained to him this is not a magic pill, but these herbs will do this, the important function of rejuvenation, of cleansing, of healing. The same conversations we're having here.
mm,
He got it. I said, I want you to listen to your body because these herbs are metabolized, they're utilized according to the illness or wellness of your body.
mm,
Because somebody with diabetes who's newly diagnosed is a very different body from somebody who's been chronically suffering from diabetes, right?
right.
There's more damage, there's a longer history, there's lots of things that need to be taken into consideration. He said, okay, I get it. He started with A game and he took it on an empty stomach and he drank a lot of water. That's the other thing with this natural herbal solution. You must drink a lot of water with it.
Mm,
And he said, I'm going to take it as you tell me, once every 3 days. I said, but listen to your body. The only thing I ask of you is listen to your body. If your body can handle more, go ahead and take more. If you can take it more frequently, do that. You have autonomy over your body, your being. Nobody knows your body like you because you live in it every day. And he
Mm,
said, okay. So he started experimenting. He took it as we suggested, and then he started modifying it. And he called me up. He said, I'm taking it every other day. He called me up. He said, I'm taking it every day now because my body can handle it now. And I'm starting to see changes. I'm starting to experience blood flow. And then he called me up. This must have been about 2 weeks later. And he said, in tears, he said, Dr. Michelle, I can't tell you that my life is turning around. He said, I never told you, and I didn't tell a lot of people, but I haven't had blood flow to my genitals in 5 years. In five
mm,
years. And now I do. Now
mm.
I have engorgement.
That's
It is blowing my mind. A grown man called in tears because he is seeing his body revitalized.
and that's the power of herbs. And so before and please, y'all, I'm gonna get to y'all questions. So please hold off. I definitely want her to answer some of these questions that's on here. I just had another question before I got to them. With the A game, with herbs in general, is it necessary? Like, do you have to be on a raw fruit diet or not eating cooked food? How does your diet have to look for these things to be effective?
That's a great question.
Mhm.
With A game, we want to meet each person right where they are. Because
Mhm.
if we wait for you to make the necessary changes, we could lose you.
Mm,
So A game comes in, and because the herbs are going to purge, right? They're going to start healing. They're going to meet you where you are. And that's why for some people it takes longer than other people. Somebody
mm,
might call me up and say, I don't feel anything. I'm like, listen, just because you don't feel it doesn't mean that these 21 herbs aren't doing something in your body. It might take longer for you to feel what you need to feel because it's working through all the stuff in your body. It's trying to just help you get rid of all the toxins and all the gunk and all the blockages that you have so that you can get to the place where you start feeling.
mm. So basically, they would be more effective the cleaner you eat.
The cleaner you eat, the more effective. Absolutely. And here's the other thing, to answer your question specifically, no, you don't have to be on a raw food, plant-based diet. But if you are, this is just going to 10x what you're doing. This is
Mm,
just going to get you further faster in your health journey. But if you're not there, at least taking the A game gives you more energy. And so what we see people do, they start to work out. They're like, I really feel like I can do more, and they're going more, right? We see people who are calling up saying, you know what, Dr. Michelle, I didn't understand why my legs are hurting me, but now I realize it's because I worked out longer in the gym and I was lifting more and I was doing more. And so my muscles are now really getting to feel some things they haven't felt in a long time. So yes, we give you that extra strength. Here's the other thing, there's mental clarity that happens. I had a gentleman who was depressed. He lost his business in the pandemic. He didn't know what to do, and he just was not motivated to face life. And so he started taking A game, and again with the given the boost, the mental clarity boost, the energy boost, he said, I feel like I can move mountains. I feel like I can conquer what's in front of me. And that's another great benefit. That's the blood flow. That's the nourishment. That's the nutrients. That's getting rid of toxins. Okay, so Shalonda has a question here.
yes.
Um,
What about this? Sounds safe, but what about for nursing moms?
for nursing moms, it's a really good question. We have just introduced the woman's formula, and I want to come back to you with that answer. Allow me to,
Okay.
on our next conversation, to address more of the women and pregnant moms and nursing moms and so on with that next conversation.
Beautiful, beautiful. We got another question here from Andrew. Uh, Benefits of a high sex drive. What are the benefits?
So the benefits are its overall energy. Sex drive is energy. Being able to work out, to work harder, and to work more efficiently, that's all energy. Specifically for men, when they experience a high sex drive, and that is that's ooh, it's contextual, right? So how do we define a high sex drive? So someone like the gentleman I was talking to you about, who didn't have any engorgement or any kind of libido for the past 5 years, experiencing some blood flow and experiencing desire and waking up in the morning with engorgement, that for him is a high sex drive now, going
Fact.
from nothing, right? Now,
Mm,
so that can be subjective. Now, if we're talking high to where that's all you're consumed with, there might be some other things going on there. We're talking about being able to function optimally, where the
mm.
body is functioning the way it's supposed to.
Nice, nice, nice. We're gonna take a couple more questions for y'all. I got one right here. Can your liver and kidneys be repaired from using alcohol by taking herbs?
Good question. Now, there can be damage to the liver and the kidney for a variety of reasons, including alcohol, including stress, including medications, including, all kinds of things. And it depends. The answer is it depends on the extent of damage. It depends on how long you've experienced damage. It depends on, how chronic it is. But can the herbs help? Herbs have been shown to help. Again, we make no medical claims and we're not making any guarantees or promises, but we do know what it does. And we do know people talk about how much it's helped. Depending on the severity of the damage, it's going to take time. It's not a magic pill. It's going to take time, right? It's
Right.
God's healing gift to us.
Yes.
He's given us the ability to know how to put it together and how it can help. But yes, there can be, it can have a cleansing effect on the liver and the kidneys. It can help to support and nourish and protect the liver and the kidneys. But like I always tell people, these herbs are going to be metabolized according to the illness and wellness of your body.
Mm, mm. And you know what? Like, this is gonna show a lot of people that if you do start implementing the right things, then things will start working how they're supposed to work. And
Yes.
that's why I'm excited about this journey, because I want to be the example for people.
Yeah.
I'm on an all fruit diet. We're going to see exactly how much energy they provide. We're going to see exactly what the benefits of these things are, and we're going to report them. And this is the beautiful part of what this is going on here. So, they have, okay, so yeah, you go to the website. The website is here, agameherbal.com. It's a whole lot of information on that website. So you can look at and get into. Uh, One more question. Oh, go ahead, Doc.
Do you want to let people know how they can get a 10% discount?
Of course, go ahead. You can let them know.
Do you want to give your do we
Did we put it up there? So yeah,
so if you did fruit up 10?
yeah, Fruit Up 10 is the discount code for right now. Then, so what we gonna do? We taking the herbs this month. We getting straight to it. Oh, it's Fruit Up 10, ain't it?
Yes, to save 10%.
Yeah, Fruit Up 10. And we getting straight to it. So I'm excited. You can go to the website right now and get that offer there right now. So uh this is going to be a joint venture. This we coming back in about the month, and we're going to lay out a whole presentation for everybody and show y'all exactly what's going on here. So with that being said, I want to show them this little video that
Yes.
you left me with, and I thought it was funny and I thought it was a good thing. So I'm gonna show y'all real quick. just something to look at and show y'all what we got going on and what we going into. And Doc, I definitely appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes, yes, yes. So Fruit Up 10 on the website.
Okay, we're downloading A Game's formula.
Three, two, one.
Let's get it. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. And that's what it is. That's what it is. So um this is exciting. This is exciting. Um, I want y'all all to really take heed to what the doc said tonight. Like, Doc, you brought so much information. I didn't think people were expecting this. Be honest, I didn't think people were expecting this to be so informed tonight. And that's why I'm so glad that I brought you on tonight. The people really need to hear this information. I'm
Yeah.
excited about the venture. We've been very transparent with the people, and that's one thing I pride myself in is my transparency with my followers and the people who walk with me. And that's why I'm excited about the journey, because I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna report to the people, and we're gonna get back on here and we're gonna let everybody know exactly how we can level up and fruit up and herb up at the same time.
I love
So
it.
yes, yes, I appreciate you, Doc. I appreciate you for coming on. Um, uh, let's set up a date to get back on here in about a month and a half, and get the full presentation for the people. I think it's very important. You did an excellent job tonight.
Yeah.
Giving out this information. I can't wait to have you back on.
So excited to be part of this great mission.
Yes,
Let's heal the world together. Let's go.
indeed,
Let's go. Let's
indeed.
do this. And
Yes,
this is not one of those companies where you just order something on the internet and you don't hear from anyone. We're here to truly serve and support you. You have questions, let us know. We're happy to help you along this journey. And if you remember nothing else, take on an empty stomach and drink about 2 cups of water at the time of taking it. And throughout the day, drink about 8 to 10 cups of water. Water is the key to getting the
now
results.
Now, before we go, because I'm an advocate fruit drinker.
Yes.
And we talked about this too, but I want to get the people to, for the people who don't consume a whole lot of water, is drinking fruit juice supplemental for the water when you taking these herbs.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You definitely drink the juice. This month, all I'm doing is fruit. And I'm using A Game as well. And I blend my fruit with water. That's it. And I drink it or I eat it. And exactly as we were talking about before, the synergy, the power of fruit and herbs. That's a great thing to do.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. Well, yes, yes. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Y'all know what it is. Doc, you got the floor, and you want to tell them anything about where to follow you at, how to get in touch with you, and all of that.
Yes. So I'm not quite visible on social media just yet now, but I'm going to be. So you'll be able to find me on Facebook. It's just Michelle Knights, Facebook.com/Michelle Knights. I'll give it to you and you can put it in there. I'll be more on this platform of Facebook. But if you needed to get to me right away, send me an email. It's Dr. Michelle Knights, drmichelleknights@gmail.com. And you can also, when you go to our website, agameherbal.com, under contact us, you'll see my number. You can reach out to me. I'm happy to help you on this journey. And I always say to everyone, it's great to hear this information,
Yes.
but a conversation about A game or about herbs and health is very different conversation after you've used A game, right? So again, implementation. You hear it,
Yes,
but when you use it, you get the experience. Nothing like the lived experience. And so
indeed.
for some of you, if you don't move your blood a lot, you don't work out, you don't get the live foods in your body, like the fruit and the water and so on, you might want to start with once you get your capsules, open it. It's a vegan capsule, so you pour the contents out and you take about half of it, put it in the water like a tea, or I'll take a spoon and put it directly into my mouth and then follow with water. You might
Mm,
want to start with half if you feel that you want to see how your body responds to it. But for the most part, you can take a whole capsule, drink the water, and keep going. But
mm,
know that there are options if you might have a weight issue or if you have a blood flow issue and movement issue, you could start with half of one capsule and work your way up till you take the whole thing. But Mr. Smith here can tell you that if you take the whole capsule, you'll be just fine.
you'll be just fine. Trust me. And you know what? Like I tell people, from the because I'm high energy already, and that's how I know like these are going to be great because from my first experience taking them, I was running around the house like a chicken with my head cut off. And I was just moving for like that. I could feel it. I literally could feel the difference, and that's what I said. I gotta reach back out to the doc. So I appreciate you. I'm excited, and let's get it started. This
Yes,
is this is the start of a relationship, and y'all gonna get used to seeing Michelle Nice and Bobby Smith. So let's get it popping. I
let's do
appreciate
it.
everybody. Thank you,
Hey,
Doc. Thank you so much.
you are so welcome. I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. This is the start of another phase of your journey, of your health journey, of your life. And I applaud each and every one of you for taking the time to be here, for taking interest in your health, for being a great supporter of the one and only Mr. Bobby Smith, who has become so visible in the movement of good health. I thank you for your dedication and your support and your interest. And now together we're gonna set the world on fire with
Yes,
improving our
yes.
health.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I appreciate you, sis. You've been phenomenal. And I look forward to speaking with you again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a
Welcome.
great night.
You too. Bye now.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes. Fruit up family. Y'all see what's going on here. Y'all see what's going on here. We are bringing information. We are bringing information. But like the doc said, it's more than about the information. It's about the implementation. Fruit up with Bobby Smith Facebook group. We got the Fruit and Herbs Challenge February 1st. Please join, please join that Fruit and Herbs Challenge. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all see what's going on. My 30-day reality check plan. Get with me, family. Sit down, talk, take care of your health, get on the path to eating more fruit so you can get these herbs working better and all of that. This is all going together. All it is combined. We coming together to build the community in the right way. And that's what we doing. So tomorrow night, we back at it. Tomorrow night, we are right back at 8 p.m. Eastern time with my brother Nigel Fitzgerald. Family, we are truly just getting started. Y'all have a wonderful night. I appreciate y'all and fruit the flock up.